We can start.
Well, good evening, good day. I think it's good morning for anyone currently on this meeting. This is the Cluster API Provider GCP office hours on 1st of February 2024. Just a reminder that we abide by the CNCF Code of Conduct, which basically means just be nice to each other. Normally, we use the raise hand feature of Zoom in these meetings, but as there's only 3 of us, we can dispense with formalities and just openly chat. Share the meeting notes in the chat window. If you could add your name to the list of attendees, and then also add any open discussion items as well to the agenda, that would be most excellent. So as this is probably the first meeting for some time, we normally in these type of meetings, we give people the chance right at the beginning just to introduce themselves if they are new. So I don't know if does anyone want to just say hi and I guess for posterity and introduce themselves?
Yeah, I'll go. I'm fine. So, hey, this is Jayesh. I am from India. I work as a software engineer at Spectro Cloud. I have been in the cluster API space for quite some time, and now I'm trying to actively contribute towards it and be closer to the release process. So, yeah.
That's great. Cheers.
So I guess I go next. Can you hear me well?
Yep.
Okay. So this is Carlos from SUSE. And yeah, I've contributed some minor patches and fixes to Gabi already. But well, I guess this is my first time in the sync meeting, so yeah.
Yeah, nice one, Carlos. And to be honest, this is the first time in the sync meeting for me. There just haven't been any of these for a long time. Cool. Yeah, I guess for anyone that's watching this on recording, Richard, he's been a maintainer of the provider for a while now. Try to help out where I can. Not nearly enough, but I do try and help out at times. Cool. So let's go to the agenda items. I've added one, which is a proposal to move this meeting 1 hour earlier. So currently it's 10 a.m. Pacific time. So that would be 9 a.m. Pacific time, just to make the timing more reasonable for people in more eastern time zones of the world, you know, especially from India for you, Jayesh, as well, but also from people in Eastern Europe that maybe, you know, even just a couple of hours ahead. So don't know what people think to that.
Yeah, that time looks good.
Cool.
Yeah, it works better for me as well.
Okay. So what I suggest that we do is put a message out into the channel just saying we're thinking of doing this, and chat to Carlos, not you, Carlos, the other Carlos, the long-term maintainer of this project, just to see if he's happy with that, and just to see if there's anyone else that has some thoughts on that, and then potentially get that changed in time for the next meeting, because these meetings are just monthly, the first Thursday of a month, so we could get that discussion going and then just get it changed for the March meeting. That sounds good.
Sounds good.
Cool. So I guess, is there anything else anyone would like to discuss or just informally ask? I don't know whether we want to just open suggestions.
So yeah, I didn't add a point in the meeting notes, but so I mentioned this in the Slack channel already. I would like to push to have the GCP book, maybe something related to what's already in the other GCP providers. Yeah, the idea is to have at least, the basic structure for the book. I guess the documentation, well, I won't be able to help in many of the topics, so I would need help from the community. But yeah, I will try to work on setting up at least the basic structure to have the book. And I think it's, from a developer experience perspective, I think it's going to improve, especially for people that are new contributors to a project. So yeah, that just I wanted to mention that I would probably need help from other members of the community. So
yeah, that would be yeah, I think, as you say, that would be super helpful for anyone coming to the provider newly, but also coming to the provider to work out how to do a specific task, because like a lot of the other providers, they have I guess topics for accomplishing a specific task, like, I don't know, building your images, or that's probably a bad choice actually. But yeah, I think that'd be really good, Carlos. So you've got the issues assigned, haven't you?
yeah, and especially, so for example, on the end-to-end side, so we have these end-to-end tests for the project, and I think I saw, I don't know if it was Damiano who was having some issues with the end-to-end this week as well. So in the past, I also had issues with the end-to-end, and it's hard to find some documentation. And well, the end-to-end tests are complex enough to be hard to actually understand them by yourself if you don't have any documentation that you can refer to. So probably that would be a good starting point for the book, and then like the basic information on GCP and everything, and then from that we can maybe do it over time.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that'd be,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I think the end-to-end tests and knowledge and how to debug and add to the end-to-end test is a general topic that people don't necessarily know about, and across most of the providers. Yeah, so if there's anything we could do, like you say, to add a topic based on your learnings and what you found as you've gone along, that would be, or Damiano, that would be really, really helpful.
Especially, for example, like, what are the implications of running the end-to-end test from your local machine? Because I guess you have to have a cloud account, and then what are the implications of running them? What costs can you incur, and things like that. I think that's something that it's also missing in the other providers' books, probably, at least the one that I was able to read. I didn't find much information on that, and maybe that's something that is also useful for people to find quick, so they don't have to actually go into the code and read about every resource that is.
Yeah. I guess another question related to this is, it's good to have the documentation on the site, but do you think it would be beneficial if there was like a 10-minute or 20-minute recording of how to set up your environment to debug the end-to-end tests, sort of visually?
Yeah, I think that would be great.
I think the recording would be a better option.
I think we could have both, couldn't we? And we could, because there's going to be some material, like if you're using VS Code, this is like the launch configuration you need, but then also seeing it, actually someone going through it visually would also help. So maybe we can have both. Yeah, I like that. Brilliant. Yeah, I guess, are there any I guess, Jayesh, is there anything that you're really interested in with the provider?
Not anything new, but yeah, this GCP book is something even I wanted to, have a look at it, and like I'm up for any help like Carlos would need for this. So yeah.
Fantastic. Help. Cool. Yeah, I think probably the other thing is I'll probably add this. Oh, I can't spell my name. Maybe we need to, I guess, at some point start going through some of the issues, like triaging the issues and trying to pull out the ones that are really, I guess, important for the provider and like missing functionality, so that we can improve like the overall feature set of CapG, because there's some glaring omissions that we need to take, try and fill, and big gaps like GKE. So GKE is experimental. The API doesn't expose all of the options currently. There are some PRs to improve this, but it's probably those type of gaps that we need to try and fill and make sure that we have issues for them as well. Cool.
Yes, are we planning are we planning anytime soon to bring the GKE implementation to like out of experimental?
Good question. I would say currently the API has is missing a lot of features in it. So I wouldn't say we have to have every single feature like parity, but I think probably we just need to expand it out a little bit. If there are some open PRs, so if we could get those open PRs merged and some more test coverage, then I think we'd have a bit more confidence in moving it out of experimental.
Right.
I don't know if anyone has any other thoughts on that. To give an example, when we did this with EKS in the AWS provider, it was probably 6 to 8 months in experimental, I'd say, before we moved it to out of experimental. Cool. Any more thoughts? Any more topics?
Not from my side.
Not from my side either.
Well, we can call it a day, but Jayesh and Carlos, thank you for joining this first meeting in a long time. Yeah, let's try and get the timing changed, and then try and become more regular on a monthly basis, and yeah, maybe try and push this forwards a bit more. But yeah, appreciate your time, and see you in 1 month's time, hopefully. Take care.
Definitely agree. Let's push this forward. Yeah.
Thanks for hosting, Richard.
Yes. Bye bye.
See you.
Bye. See you.